Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Shop and Read. Today I'll be doing my light fall TBR. Before I get started, if you're new to this channel, please don't hesitate to subscribe down below as well as hit the notification bell. And if you're new, hi, hello, I'm Stephanie and I do a lot of bookish content. And today, because I didn't do a December TBR, I was out of town for a couple weeks and I just didn't have time to pre-film and do all of that. So I didn't have a December TBR, and then I found out there's a lightfall announcement, the readathon happening, which starts from December 14th to the 22nd, aka starts this weekend. So I'm trying to film this right away, edit this so I can get this out before the weekend, so fingers crossed that happens. So I thought I'll do a readathon TBR instead in lieu of my non-existent December TBR, because honestly I don't really have a TBR this month. I'm just trying to like get everything done as much as possible. I'm starting a new job, so update there. I did get a new job. I start next Monday, so very excited about that. But yeah, it definitely takes some time to get used to the rhythm of the work and like the schedule, and you know, just like understanding the balances and all of that. So that'll take me some time as well, which is also why I didn't really want to have a TBR, but I digress. Let's get started with my light fall TBR. So there are 7 prompts based on the 7 shops they have. I will include all the information down below for her YouTube video as well as the Twitter accounts. There is a lot of information. She did this whole Notion planner, which I've tried doing Notion before and it never looks that good. So I feel like I need to play around for a little bit more, but she has it all laid out and it's very cute looking. But yeah, there are 7 shops. I don't have the shop names with me, but I do have prompts. The first prompt is to read a cozy read. And for this one, I'm gonna go with The Prisoner's Throne by Holly Black. I know this is not a standard cozy read type of book. However, I really like the original series. That for me, it is cozy because I'm getting back into the world again. I also did read the first book, I think earlier this year or end of last year. Didn't love it, to be quite honest. So that's why I've been hesitant picking up this book. It's a duology. But that being said, I really like Jude and Carden. So hoping to get more of them in this book. The next prompt is read a book that is set in the future or in an alternate world, which to me is literally any fantasy book because they're not set in this world. So I'm gonna go with The Adventures of Amina al-Sarraf. This is by Shannon Chakabori. This is also the same author who wrote City of Brass, and I love that series, so I have very high hopes for this one. It's about high adventures, pirates. It follows a woman. Her name is Amina al-Sarrafi. She is a pirate of infamy and one of the most storied and scandalous captains to ever sail the 7 seas. So very excited about this one. I have the Fairy Loot edition, I believe. It is stunning. I have this also on my, I think it's like 24 books I want to read in 2024. So hopefully I get through this one sooner rather than later. Next prompt is a book I still need to read, which as you can probably tell from the future books, there are books from my 24 books I need to read in 2024, as well as my, I think it was like 5-star predictions video or something like that I did like last year. So yeah, I have a lot of books that I still need to read, but I have not been doing the greatest, to be quite honest. That is Kingdom of the Wicked by Carrie Maniscalco. This is a book, I believe this series is done already, but I still need to read this book. So I'm excited for it. We'll see how this goes. The next prompt is to read a book that has aurora colors. So that is like blue, green, red, mostly green and red, I think. Some blue in there, some orange in there as well. So I'm gonna go with Songlight by Maura Buffini. As you can probably tell, this was in my November TBR that I have not finished. So I will be moving this to December instead. There's green and red here, so that definitely fulfills it. There's a little bit of orange too. There's a little orange over here, but there's no blue, but that's fine. Like blue is, you don't have to have all the colors, just some of the colors or just one of the colors, fine. So this is what I'll be reading. It's about 2 girls who have the secret of songlight, which is ability to like telepathically connect with each other. So I think it's like telepathic speaking, but they don't really like reveal too much. So I don't really know what that means per se, but apparently the ability is reviled in their world, and if they're discovered, it will mean death. So very excited about this book. Next prompt is winter or have winter-ish elements on the cover. I'm gonna go with Frostblood by Ellie Blake. obviously Frost literally is about winter, and there is The Reign of Ice Must End, so very a wintry cover for sure. This is the first book in the series that have been around for a while, have not finished it. This is the first book, so we'll see. But it says it's a world where flame and ice are mortal enemies, but together can create a power that could change everything. When this came out a while ago, I heard really good things. The next prompt on here is read a book that will give you chills. So I'm gonna go with a horror-ish book that won or was on the nominee from last year, and that is Vampires of El Norte by Isabel Canas. Hoping I pronounced that last name correctly. This one is a horror book that's set in like Western Texas. It's like a Texas-Mexico border in this supernatural Western where vampires and vaqueros face off. And there is something that lurks near the ranch at night, something that drains men of the blood and leaves them for dead, aka vampires. So definitely a horror-ish book. There's some elements in there for sure. And the last and final book I'll be reading for this, the prompt is to read a book that has 2 or more authors. So I'm gonna go with Time of Our Lives by Emily Wibberley and Austin Sigmund Broca. They are husband and wife. They've been writing a lot of wife romances, and this is one of them. It's on my list as well. So I don't have a copy of it, but I do have an Audible, so I will be able to listen to it on, I think, Libby actually. So not on Audible, I have an audiobook for it. So these are the 7 books I plan to read for the next 10 days or so. Fingers crossed. Thankfully I have 2 on here that is an audiobook. I'll be listening to Time of Our Lives as well as this book over here, because I feel like this one, it's set still in this world, so it'll be easy for me to follow along versus a high fantasy. But we'll see, guys. I really hope I get to finish all these books in the next 10 days because that'd be very nice. But anyways, that's all the books I want to read for this 10 days or so. Let me know below if you'll be joining us for the readathon, and if you are, what are you planning to read? As always, if you like this video, please do give me a thumbs up. It would help my channel. And if you'd like to see more content of me, please don't hesitate to subscribe below, as well as the notification bell. And as always, don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!